everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel and to today's video where I will be flipping through quarter 4 in my 2024 memory planner. We're here, we made it. Can we believe it? Because I can't. But I'm so happy that this planner can be done. It's beautiful work of art, but that I can put it away and be done with it. So a few bits before we get started. The other 3 of the flip throughs in this series are already up on my channel, so do check that out if you want to look at all the other beautiful spreads that I've done so far this year. I'm in a different filming location for this one and the last video because it is really great in the UK right now. So I apologise if the lighting is not the best, but it's better than it would have been. So we'll go with that. This is my Tilly Journals functional flexi planner. I love it so much. I've talked about it a lot in the previous videos, and I'm not sure that Tilly has any in stock right now, but definitely before getting your 2026 planner, especially around October, make sure to check out Tilly's shop because I love supporting Tilly and I've loved having her planners for the last few years. When I talk through the spreads, I will not be saying where each individual sticker is from because there's way too many. I haul them all on this channel, but do check out a document in the description which is called like 7x9 planner favorites that has all of the shops I shop from linked in there, so do go and give them some love. But if you want to know where a particular sticker is from, please feel free to ask. But inspired by Tilly, I will be making note of where the kits are from and where the what foil colours I use. And we will be doing the total tally across the entire planner in this video, which is so fun. I just love to do like little stats like this to see where most of my kits are from, even though I can take some guesses that would be very educated, but also what foil colours. That's even more interesting because I never really know what foil colour is going to come out on top. There will also be some gaps in my spreads where I keep some work stuff private and then I fill them in afterwards. I think that's everything. I'm so excited to be filming this video. So first up we have the week of the 30th of September to the 6th of October. This is using a kit from Plannerface, IPR for Plannerface, forgot to say that in the last video, IPR for Plannerface, so you can use my code CAT to save 10% on your orders and add my name and notes to seller to pick up a seasonal freebie. This is using silver foil as well, so let's give that a little mark. So this is a mystery, so I do work with Anna on the Plannerface mystery. I help come up with mood boards, themes, clip art lists, all that kind of stuff. And this is such a fun one. This was actually a mystery I didn't have masses to do with. Like, if you know Anna, you know she loves purple, and autumn is her favourite time of year in general, but also in planner art. So she really ran away with this kit. I really can't take credit. And this is art by Elaine at Coffee Doodles. And the silver foil is a Plannerface foil bundle, and it's the like flower one, which I just felt was perfect. This is, you might think maybe, I don't know, a little bit early, though I think October is autumn, but I think probably a lot of people use this kit in November. But I really needed a kit to use for this week, and I wanted to use one that was really like at home focused because I was at home basically the whole week. If you've seen my quarter 3 flip through, you'll know I was very sick when I came back from honeymoon. So I did go back to work, but it was like really hard to work and be this poorly and all that kind of thing. So that's like, you know, what this week is kind of dealing with. So an at-home kit felt perfect, but this kit is just so beautiful. I just wanted to make sure that I used it. And yeah, in terms of plans for this week, like that was mostly what I was doing, like prepping for an event later in the week, catching up with the team, feeling really unwell because obviously I'd been really unwell, was really tired because honestly it took so much out of me. I think I worked from home the whole week and then had to work on the Saturday, so I was just exhausted. I went to bed so early because being that poorly and then having to work, even that was so difficult. But that was basically all we did, and then played Artisans with our friends Tom and Natalie, which is a board game that we play, and also I love that I have a custom script. These were made on Anna and Tom's custom script version 2, and you can make scripts way smaller. I'm never going back to big scripts. I need all my scripts in little now. I just love it so much because I could never write Artisans of Splendent Vale small enough to fit in that box, but my script fits perfectly, and that's what I love about the custom script V2. Then I have the week of the 7th to the 13th of October. I don't know who this kit is from. It's a printable. I think it's probably Pink Planner Shop, so I'm going to put that, and I apologise if it's incorrect. And this is using blue hollow foil, but I'm just going to put blue. So this kit is art by Nella, and I love it. Nella's so talented. It's such a fun. I actually love rain in a kit. I like rain generally anyway, to be honest, but I really like rain in a kit. And again, I was at home for a lot of this week, and I guess we had rain I'm not seeing that marked anywhere, but I guess there was rain. So I assume that that's why I used it. But it was probably also to represent being at home. Oh, we've got a flippy box here. Oh, I didn't sleep. Oh, this day. This day. So Stuart was away for work, and that's, you know, obviously he totally has to do it, but it's always kind of difficult because I will often go and sleep at my parents for part of the week to like split up being by myself, because I have a lot of fear about being in the house on my own. And Stuart was out really late, and so I hadn't heard from him, and so I like did not sleep. And I went into work, but I was like, oh my God, I cannot do a full day. I feel awful. So I left early, and then there was like multiple fires, I think, or something on our line, and I could not get home. So I ended up having to go to St. Albans. And bearing in mind, when Stuart goes away, he takes the car because he like flies from, you know, airports that are a drive away. So I am also without the car for the week. And so I go to St. Albans, and then I'm going to have to get a bus to mine, which is quite far. Like, it was just the only place I could get out of London to. And then this lady was walking up behind me at the stairs, and she was like, oh, do you know how to get where I can get a taxi to? And I said, oh yeah, like walk with me and I'll show you like where to get them out the front of the station. She's like, oh, thank you so much. And she was like, oh yeah, because I was trying to get home to where I live. And I was like, me too, that's where I'm going. And then she did not have to do this. And she, like, I absolutely didn't intend for her to, but she was like, oh, well, do you want to get a taxi with me? She was like, I'll pay for it, but it would be nice to have company. Rosemary, you are my hero. She was so lovely. She took me all the way to like the town where I live, like the town centre. And it was so lovely to chat to her. I know like so much about her life, and chatting about her kids and her husband, who has like works in kind of similar education to me. So it was really fun to talk to her. It just made what was a really, 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 really crappy day so much better, which was lovely. Yeah, and then it was my bestie's Elliot's birthday. So it was like, well, I just marked that. I don't think I saw him. But yeah, I had a lot of tears because it was just a really emotional week, and I was on my period as well, so obviously never helps. Then went to see one of our friends in the musical Priscilla, but I had an awful drive because I went a different way, and it was like one track roads, and that is like my worst nightmare as a driver. Like, I hate parking, but one track roads is the absolute worst. I find them so stressful and really triggering from when I was learning, because I had a really awful experience. So yeah, that was unfun. So like emotionally, this was a rough week, but the spread is very cute. Then we have a really fun week. So this is the week of the 14th to the 20th of October. This is using a kit from Glam Planner. It's a printable. I don't really know what's going on with Elle right now, because I think she's even taken her printables out of the shop. And this is using rose gold foil, like copper rose gold foil. So this is the week of my parents' 35th wedding anniversary, which is obviously an amazing achievement. And I wanted to use a kit that was coral, because coral is 35th. It actually is coral or jade, but I wanted to do coral because that was like, typically it's coral. I think it's just kind of changed to jade recently, but it's always kind of been coral. And I made my parents a cake, and I've only ever really made cupcakes. I've never made a proper cake. So this was my first time doing like a bake of this scale, and it had like 4 layers. So I was learning how to do like buttercream and icing the cake. Thank you to Anna, who was an ongoing massive support through this cake, learning how to like dirty ice and then buttercream a cake, doing like piping flowers. I like bought all this stuff for it. I bought this amazing box for it. Yeah, and I was so judgmental of myself at the time, but I know it looks amazing. Like, I can see it does. And it was like, my parents were so surprised because we spent the day with them on their anniversary, and we were going to watch a musical it was like a concert about Stephen Sondheim, who is a big part of mine and my parents' lives. Amazing composer, very missed. And I was like trying to convince my parents that they needed to come via our house first, and they had no idea really while I was doing that. And I kept being like, the trains might get cancelled, so come early. And then it was so I could give them the cake, and they were so surprised, and they thought I'd bought it, which was like amazing. But I'd been like working on it because like I made the cakes on the Monday and then I had to freeze them and all this. So it was like stressful, but really fun. Yeah, it was a lot as well because I was in a concert on the Saturday night. So I was also trying to like do stuff with the cake and be ready for the concert. So I was like decorating the cake all of Saturday morning, but then I also needed to do my hair and go over to the concert to get ready. So yeah, it was a lot, a lot for this week, but I feel like I will really look back on this week and really think about their anniversary, because it's got so many like presents and food and cake, and like there's like, I mean, my cake was not this impressive, but you know, it really like screams back to their anniversary. So yeah, that's so fun, and I'm so glad that I was able to find a kit, because I had nothing in my collection that was appropriate. Can you believe it? I had nothing appropriate. So I'm really glad that I found something that really like screams their anniversary. Then I have, what a fun week. This is the 21st to the 27th of October. This is using a kit from Plannerface, and this is using silver foil. And this is Anna's birthday week. And this is using a mystery. This is one of my favourite mysteries. I actually think it was one of our most popular mysteries as well, if you kind of base it on like people's feedback and extras going out of stock and stuff. And we've never really had a London kit like this. Like Kitnish Jess did a London kit, but many years ago, back when her art was quite different. So it was so fun and Anna and I love London, and it was so fun to like come up with a mood board for London. And I knew that I was going to save this kit for Anna's birthday. And so we went to London for the day, and we like went around Liberties, we went to see Wicked, and then we like went to, was it Selfridges or Harrods? Selfridges. And yeah, so, and like we had a Wicked afternoon tea, like it was so fun. And because it was so Wicked themed, like I knew that Anna was using the London kit for her birthday. We'd kind of all agreed we were going to use the London kit. But I wanted to have Wicked elements, and this was Anna's 30th, so a big birthday, and Anna had got me the amazing art by Jess for my 30th, and I wanted to do something to be really special for her and to kind of you know, really celebrate. Like, I'm incredibly lucky to have Anna in my life. So I asked the artist who drew for this set if she could draw me some Wicked elements. And could she also draw the 6 of us that were going on the birthday trip? She did such a good job, and it looks amazing. So yeah, we've got Joanne of Josephine Bow, we've got Beth from Beth Plans, Anna, me, Emma, and Oakley. And it's so special to have this. So I had her draw us, I had her draw the Wicked programme, the afternoon tea, and the Wicked ticket. So it's so fun. And so like if I go here, like we've got the actual afternoon tea, we've got the Wicked programme, because you do that. It's just like, yeah, just so amazing to have a week that's like so niche, you know, so specific to the week. Yeah, I just love it so much. In terms of what else I was doing, I had a catch up with my colleague who left a few years ago. We had a phone call, that was really nice. Dinner with my friends. This was a really busy week. And we had like a lot going on at work, and also, oh my gosh, we went to Comic-Con. Okay, yeah, this was really busy. So I love going to Comic-Con, like really a lot. It's like one of my favourite things to do. And it annoyingly falls. So they do it in London 2 weekends a year. They do it in May on our anniversary weekend, and they do it in October half term, which is like my dad's birthday weekend and Anna's birthday weekend. And Stuart and I agreed. We like weren't really sure if we were going to go. We've not been for a few years. And then they announced that they were doing a Baldur's Gate 3 panel on the Friday. And Stuart loves Baldur's Gate 3. It's such a shame now, because Anna got into her Baldur's Gate 3 era after this, and she would have really loved to have come for it as well. And obviously she was coming to London anyway on the Saturday, but this was pre her time. And so because we knew that Baldur's Gate were going to be there on the Friday, and they were also doing Natural Six were doing a live D&D session as well, so it actually worked out perfectly for us to go on the Friday. So we took the day off work, and it's so fun. I just love Comic-Con. Like, I love going around all the stalls because there's so many artists there, and there's so much fun stuff. And yeah, it's just, I just love Comic-Con. I just love it. So that was like a really fun day, but obviously really busy, because we then like had Anna's birthday stuff on the Saturday, and then we also had a call with our friend Anders, who moved on the Sunday. And then we went back into London for my dad's birthday. So I took him to see Back to the Future, the musical, because I've seen it before, but I thought he would really enjoy it, and then took him to a meal at his favourite place to have meals. So yeah, so that was, so yeah, such a fun week, like so many memories, such a beautiful spread, one of my favourites of all time. It would be like, it would be hard for many spreads to top this one. And then we have the 28th of October to the 3rd of November. This is using a kit from Plannerface, and it is using sparkly hollow foil. So this is another mystery. This is one of our first mysteries. I think this was our original May mystery with art by Dinda from Milk and Berries. And I've saved this kit for such a long time, and I wasn't sure when I was going to use it. And this is the week of Halloween, which is also my dad's birthday. So I used to use Halloween kits all the time, and now I barely use Halloween kits. I don't celebrate Halloween because of my dad's birthday. I don't watch a lot of Halloween movies or anything. It's not a massive deal. And I typically more celebrate like fireworks night. That's like really, like, I love bonfire night. I love fireworks. So the last few years I've used like fireworks kits, and we do not have enough fireworks kits. Like, artists, if you're listening, Nella, if we could have some fireworks kits, that would be amazing. Like, I love fireworks. But this was the finale of Agatha All Along, which is a Disney show. Well, it's a Marvel Disney show on Disney Plus about a character from WandaVision, which is, in my opinion, other than like Avengers Endgame, is the best Marvel content. I have like little figures of Wanda and Vision. Like, I love WandaVision, and Agatha is a character in that. And so this is the series about her. And it's very witchy, and the song Down the Witch's Road, like, Stuart sings at least every other day. So it's been like a big part of our 2024. And this kit, in my opinion, really screams Agatha All Along. If you've seen it, I think you'll get it. If you haven't, it's really hard to explain. But they do a lot of these like trials down the Witch's Road, and a lot of it is about like spells, and they have like a Ouija board, and tarot is a big part of it. So I just felt that it was time for me to finally use this kit. I love the sparkly hollow with it because it's such a like nice light foil throughout. Love the colours, like purple and green is such a vibe. In terms of what I was doing in this week, like, had a phone call with Liz because we were working out if we were going to go to something in November, which we didn't go to. Yeah, there's a lot of work stuff that's obviously not marked in here. A lot of stressful drives. Because obviously I hadn't actually driven a lot because I passed my test right before we went on honeymoon, went on 2 weeks of honeymoon, then was really sick. So I hadn't really driven a lot at this point. Then on the Saturday, Emma came over. We watched all of the second half of Emily in Paris season 4. We started our Christmas movie watch. Emma and I are big into like a Hallmark Christmas movie, so we started that. And then went to fireworks in St Albans. And then Sunday was the Agatha All Along finale. So moving on to November. Okay, we're in the Christmas spreads already. So this is the 4th to the 10th of November. This is using a kit from Plan of Faith. I've just marked that so randomly. And this is using gold foil. So I know what you might be thinking. Bit early for the Christmas spreads. And you're kind of right. But my friend Emily is getting married in March 2025, and this was her hen do, and we went to Chatsworth House, which was amazing. It's like one of my favorite days out I've ever done. And they have the most amazing Christmas market there, like absolutely incredible. So I just felt that a Christmas market kit was ideal because it was a really, really Christmassy day out. So I went for this kit, which is art by Dinda from Milk and Berries. And we've got some flippy boxes here because obviously for the hen, we travelled on the Friday, and I had to do like quite a complicated journey to get to my friend Sophie to then drive with her. So that was like a lot of Friday, and then obviously like chatting with the hens. And I didn't know a lot of the people there. They're like Emily's friends from uni who I've not met. So it was a lot of like hanging out with them and getting to know them. And it was so nice to be reunited at the wedding. And then we played a lot of games. Like, Emily's sister is like peak maid of honour. Like, there was so many games that she'd come up with. So there was a lot of stuff to do. And then on the Saturday was when we went to Chatsworth House, and we were there the whole day. We was like 9:30 till 6, and was like walking around the house, and they had like, I don't know why I use shoes there. I should have used a Christmas tree, because they had, in fact, let me swap these while I'm here, because I've got a Christmas tree there and shoes here. And in the house they had, oh no, I've ripped the shoes. It's okay. The shoes will be covered by a box. It's fine. They had 18 rooms with Christmas trees. Like, it was just so incredible. So I feel like this is actually the better way around. Yeah, it's fine. You can't even tell. And then we went around the Christmas market, had an amazing Yorkshire pudding wrap, and their hot chocolate is like the best hot chocolate I've ever had. It was chocolate orange, which is my favourite, and it had a Jaffa cake in it. Oh, absolute peak. We went round an illuminated trail. We got some Indian, did some more games, went for drinks. And then we got up really early on the Sunday to drive home because Sophie had a rugby match. So then I had like a bit more hanging out time. Started work on my 2025 reading journal. I mean, maybe I'd already started. I don't know. But I marked it a lot because I batch did these spreads. Yeah, and that's pretty much, there's a lot of work stuff happening here, which I'm like not really going to go too much into. Basically, a member of my team handed in her notice quite soon after this. So there was a lot happening with work, and it was a really, really hard end to the year. But we won't focus too much on that. We'll focus on the fun things. Then we have the week of the 11th to the 17th of November. This is using a kit from Plannerface, and it is using a mixture of matte bronze and rose foil, because it just felt like the right foil bundle. That's from SPC. And this kit is so beautiful. This was art that Anna released for Black Friday. And it's art by Alessia, I think her name is. I might have got that wrong. But this is so fun. It's so calming to look at this spread. I love the colours. It's a really unique colour combo, which I love. And I didn't do a lot this week, so I wasn't really sure what kit to use. But obviously I'd just gone for like such a Christmassy spread. I was like, okay, we don't need to do like 2 months of Christmas, but we need something that could fit in the Christmas family. And I felt like this was quite a good one because it's really wintry. And it's got a lot of reading stuff. And I was reading a lot and I was working on my journal. So I felt like having a lot of like reading boxes in there was really fun. I love the fashion people in this set as well. Like, this is so how I dress, with like a cozy jumper. Yeah, I was really tired doing a lot of reading. Like, there's really not a lot else to say. We played Artisans with some of my friends on Sunday. This is when, so I read 100 books in 2024, and it was a real slog to get to 100, to be honest. And I could have stopped earlier, but setting myself that goal of 100, I didn't want to fail it. So I read a lot of novellas. So I'm a real romance reader, and there's 2 series of novellas that have been released. So one lot is a Christmas set, and that starts with Ali Hazelwood's Cruel Winter with You. And then there is another set, which is a Valentine's one, which starts with Christina Lauren's Exception to the Rule. And I read all like 15 or whatever it is novellas back to back, which is not the way to do it, but it helped me get to 100 books. Yeah, and I like for 2025, my reading goal is 1, because I just don't want to set that competition with myself again. So yeah, I was just reading a lot, and then we got a new member of my team, and yeah, that was like basically the week. Then we have, I think this is next, yeah, I've not missed one. So this is the week of the 18th to the 24th of November. This is using a kit from SPC, and this is using a mixture of green foil and sparkly pink foil. So this is the week that Wicked Part 1 came out. And I spoke a lot about Wicked in Q3's video. I'm a massive fan of Wicked. I've been waiting for this film for like an embarrassingly long time. Like, you know, like 10 years ago when they announced Lea Michele was going to be Elphaba, like that long. And this was the perfect casting. So I am a huge fan of Cynthia Erivo, who played Elphaba. So I've seen Cynthia live a number of times. Mum and I have been following her career for probably about 10 years. I'm such a Cynthia fan. And to see her finally be recognised by people other people, and to have this like amazing worldwide success is so incredible. I'm so proud of her. She obviously doesn't know me, but I'm so proud of her, and it's amazing to see somebody whose like career I followed so much. So yeah, this was a really big deal to me to see this movie, and I went to see it with Anna and Emma, which was amazing because like the 3 of us talk about Wicked a lot, and it was just like so fun to see it with them. I have seen it a second time with my parents and Stuart. I know like now everyone's seen it loads of times because they watched it like at home, but I have only seen it twice. But yeah, and this was a really busy week as well because it was Adrian's first day in the team. And then I went to see Macbeth, the play with David Tennant, with my mum because my dad couldn't go. So I ended up getting tickets to that. Then I went to see Title of Show, which was a musical, on the Wednesday. We also were doing like a mock interview for a guy on my team. And like there was just a lot happening. And then obviously seeing Wicked. And then our fence blew down as well, which we've still not sorted. But yeah, this was Wicked Day. And then I was really planning out my theatre journal, which I've still not started. But I was really like planning out my theatre journal and working out what I want to do. And I'm so excited to do them. I just need better weather, honestly, to do my theatre journal. But yeah, such a fun week. And for the foil, so I bought the like dark green foil that Andrea recommended for this kit. And then I had used this sparkly foil. I don't know what spread it is where I've already done mixed foil that included sparkly pink, but I basically just cut out the bows and stuck them over the green, and then obviously used like icons from the pink and the green bundle to mix up Alphabet and Glinda, because pink goes good with green. And in the top left, this is not sparkly pink, obviously this is just SPC Rose, but it says it's kind of fun to do the impossible. I just thought that was a good quote for Wicked. So yeah, I'm really happy with this, and like it's just so fun to have Cynthia and Ariana in in my spread. Then I have the week of the 25th of November to the 1st of December. This is using a kit from Planner Face and using silver foil. And this was just a generic Christmassy week. But on the Sunday, we went to see The Holiday, which is my favourite. Well, like one of my favourite films, but like I walked down the aisle to the music from The Holiday. So it's like very important to me, obviously. And like when it's played live with an orchestra, it's just like nothing else. So we went to see that, and then we also went to like this thing called West End Does, and they do like different themed concerts, and this one was them doing like a Wizard of Oz themed Christmas concert, like a mashup. Very fun. So there was a lot of like Christmassy things starting to happen. We went to see our friend Natalie play in a concert as well, and that had like a sort of like wintry element to it. I was reading like those Christmas novellas, so like the Christmassy stuff was starting to happen. So I decided to use this spread, and this is art by Lavi, whose art I just absolutely love. And it's very different for a Christmassy spread. And I really tried with my Christmas spreads to like alternate the colours. So because I do like when I'm turning to a new week for it to be a completely different colour combo than the week before. So this one like has elements of traditional Christmas colours with the red, but the blue is so different, and it just felt really different. But also I would probably have never used this kit for Christmas week because I tend to use traditional colours. So using it earlier in the year felt right. I also put this box in the top left because I felt that this one was like the holiday, the outside of Cameron Diaz's house is kind of the vibes, because she's got this like big LA house. So I went for that one up there. There were multiple toolboxes, but I cut this one down to be like a normal fashion box. Yeah, really fun spread, really cute. And I went with the silver foil because I didn't want to do red or blue and it kind of be too much. I felt the silver was like a good colour to sort of bring the overall vibe of the week down a bit. And the final month, I can't believe it. I can't believe I finished my planner in the beginning of February. So this is the 2nd to the 8th of December. This is using a kit from Planner Pixie Co. And then this is also using silver foil. There is a bit of a run of foil colours. I do like to alternate normally, but winter is just the colour for silver. So there is a bit of a run of silver foil, and it's using like a lot of snowflake foil from SPC. This is a really cute spread. This is a printable that I got from Planner Pixie Co. that I printed myself on glossy paper, and I really love this art. I've actually loved this art for a long time. Like I love the artist who draws this, and I love this toolbox so much. So I wanted this kit for years and then finally bought it in Black Friday, I think. And I just decided to use it because I didn't really know what other kit to use here. This has got really like home vibes, very relaxing vibes, and because I wasn't doing like a massive, like I felt really poorly on these 2 days, and I literally just like I lay on the sofa, and then for a change of scenery I lay in my reading chair and I just watched PlayStation Access, who are like one of my favorite YouTube channels, non-stop. I'm in their top 0.2% of fans, and they do actually have like quite a lot of subscribers. So yeah, so they really kept me company while I was feeling poorly, and I was doing things like sorting Christmas presents and reading the Christmas novellas, and yeah, that was like basically it, prepping for my theatre journal. And I really like this. It's really neutral colours. And for the top washi here, I like sprinkled snowflakes throughout and then did like the full washi on the bottom. This might be from Planner Face, the bottom. I was a real mishmash. My Christmas foil is like, I just take random bits from things. So it's a bit of a mishmash, but yeah, very happy with how that spread came out. And then I have really total opposite vibes. The week of the 9th to the 15th of December, this is using a kit from SPC, and this is using hollow foil. So this was the exclusive art that Kitnish Jess drew for Andrea this year, and it's like 90s Christmas vibes. And the reason I used this kit was because this exact cake was the cake that I made at a bake-off experience with my mum on the Tuesday. So this whole kit was bought just for that cake. And obviously the art is so fun. It's really different to any Christmas set we've ever had. So it's really different. It's very reminiscent. It's like ever so slightly older than my Christmas is, but it's really reminiscent of like this is especially my brother. Very reminiscent of like 90s Christmases. It really, the kitchen especially, I think it's here, really reminds me of the kitchen in the house I grew up in when I was like this sort of age. So yeah, love that. The colours are so 90s. It's so bright. This kit is so bright. It's so vibrant. It's really out there. But hollow foil, I think, was the perfect choice. And this was a foil bundle from Planner Face with like Christmas lights themed. This is so nostalgic to me of like Christmas lights on our Christmas tree when I was growing up. And I think that hollow, like if I'd gone for anything else, it would have felt too much. Like hollow is such a good foil for that. But it captures the like green tone. Because hollow to me always kind of leans a bit green. So I think it really captures the like sort of tealy colour here. I love this box so much because we've got like a Barbie and a Game Boy, which is me and my brother growing up defined. My dad would love this Christmas jumper. Yeah, this kit is just so fun. So beautiful. And I wasn't sure I would love it this much, to be honest, because the colours are so out there. But actually, I really love it laid down. For plans, as I say, I went to the Bake Off with my mum, which I did for my hen as well, but we went again, to be honest, so that I could do that cake. We went to see a play called The Purists, left half time, clean the house. And then this is when a member of my team announced she was leaving. So we were dealing with all of that in this week, which like was a lot. And then on Saturday, Emma came over and we did our like big Christmas day. So we watched like a lot of Christmas movies and then we watched 2 on Sunday morning. Like we got up early to watch them as well. There was a bit of a drama with this week. So I actually used a different kit, which is like a Christmas movie kit. And I laid down, without the actual functional stickers, but I laid down the base and all the boxes. And then like not realising that the Bake Off happened in this week. And it was like when I got to here and I was like, oh my goodness, like I cannot not use this kit for this week. Whereas like Emma and I do a Christmas movie marathon every year. So I literally went in and I snipped along the paper and I lifted it and I've put it in my 2025 planner. So Emma and I had better do a Christmas movie watching marathon in 2025, or I'm just going to keep lifting that spread from planner to planner. And it's a bit annoying because I'm definitely planning to change up my planning style for 2025. And that spread is not going to look like how I intend my 2025 spreads to look. So that is annoying, but it had to happen because I had to use this kit. So it's fine. Future cat will deal with it. But yeah, so you can see like that's where all of those snips are. The pages, because my planner is obviously very chunky. So the planner is kind of, the pages do fall out a little bit, but I think it's fine. It's not like I flick through my planners that often. So I think it's okay. But yeah, that's just like if you're worried about the integrity of that spread, you're fair because it might fall out. Then I have the 16th to the 22nd of December. This is using a kit from Planner Face and is using gold foil, which I think Stuart helped me choose the gold foil because I felt a lot of foil would go with this. I actually think, because this was in the advent for this year, and I think we paired it with hollow, and I think that hollow is a really good choice for this kit, but I'd used hollow the week before, so I didn't want to use hollow again, and I didn't really have a foil bundle that felt like delicate enough in hollow for this, whereas I did have the gold, which I felt had that, this is from Planner Face, which had like the sparkly elements that I felt worked. And the gold lights got so bright. Like pink would have also really worked with this, like SPC rose, but there's a lot of gold lights, and I felt like, you know, the gold does work. And yeah, this is a really pretty spread. It's so different, like the vibe completely opposite, but I really wanted to, you know, as I say, I like to mix it up. And this was the week that we went to Christmas at Kew, which is like one of my favorite Christmas things to do. It's a Christmas tradition now. We've only done it twice, but I've decided it's a Christmas tradition. Like I love Christmas at Kew. The lights are amazing. I don't think it was as good this year as last year, but I think that's because last year was the first time I'd been and I was just like so completely bowled over. But it's so beautiful, and we go for dinner in a really nice restaurant with amazing service, and it just is like a really special day out with my parents. So I wanted to find a kit that felt like Christmas at Kew. And this one is so outdoorsy, and it's got all the lights between the trees. And also the restaurant, the colour scheme is really similar to this. It's quite like light teal. So I felt this was just like the perfect kit, and I'm so happy with this week. So obviously we did that on the Wednesday. I was working on stuff for my team member that was leaving because of the Christmas holidays. She was leaving very early in 2025. Went to watch The Nutcracker at the cinema with Emma, was reading some more Christmassy books. I also on the Friday picked up cakes from the person who did our cake for the wedding. She was doing this Christmas box, and it was so fun because I got to go and have a catch up with her and then pick up some cakes, and that was a really nice Christmas present for Stuart, to give him some cake samples that were like our original cake. And then on Sunday we did Christmas with my parents because we alternate Christmas each year. So we spent Christmas with Stuart's parents this year, so we did Christmas with my parents on the 22nd, and it's really fun actually because we host Christmas dinner, and I actually really like cooking Christmas dinner. So we did that, and we also watched Meet Me in St. Louis, which is mine and my dad's Christmas tradition, which we've done for like, I don't know, 12 years if not more. So that was amazing. We also watched the film of Hello Dolly because we'd seen the musical earlier in the year, and had some turkey sandwiches. And I finally started reading Heart and Mercy again, which was what I'd been reading on the flight home from honeymoon when I got really sick. Then for the final week in this planner, we have the 23rd to the 29th of December. This planner's so chunky. Using a kit from Planner Face, and this is using gold foil, which is gold 2 weeks in a row. So we had silver for 2 weeks, gold for 2 weeks, but what can you do? And this is one of the first mysteries that we ever did, and it was a Christmas in July, and Anna doesn't do Christmas in July exclusives anymore, but we did it as this like Secret Santa Christmas in July thing, and everyone really loved this art, and I can see why. And I've saved this kit for a really long time because this kit's probably 4 years old or something, and I'd never had a Christmas that felt like this week to use it. And then when I was flicking through my Christmas kits, I was like, no, it's time. I'm going to do it for sure. And especially like now, because this fashion box, everyone was always like, oh my God, that fashion box is Anna. And I totally see it, right? I really do think it looks like Anna. But it has like brown hair that's been dyed blonde, and that's like my hair now. So I was like, okay, no, I like really want to use this box to kind of like commemorate my Christmas year. And Christmas at Stuart's parents is very homely. There's a lot of food because Stuart's family is huge, and this was the biggest Boxing Day we've ever done. And so there was so many people there, and like a food flat lay is just perfect. This really reminds me of like Stuart's parents' fireplace. We've got some extender boxes for Christmas Day and Boxing Day. This came with a whole set of quote boxes, and the patterns for this kit are really bold. So they would not go with every set. And actually I didn't use the bottom washi from this kit because the patterns just felt a bit too overpowering. Like we know a lot more about patterns now than we did back then. So I actually used these leftover matte foil from SPC, and then this is from a kit which I really loved. That it was Art by Bloomsicle, I think, which I wish would come back, I think, because it was a spread I've like not done in a vertical, and I used some leftover bottom washi that I had from that just to like tone it down a little bit. But there were so many quote boxes, and so I had to go for Joy Love Peace because I am Peace Love Joy and that's actually what I'm called in like a group chat that we have with some friends. I'm called Peace Love Joy in there. And then we have this one which says we wish you a Merry Christmas. And yeah, so we drove up to Newcastle on the Monday. We had disastrous drives, to be honest. We thought the Monday was bad. There was a lot of traffic, but honestly our drive home on the 27th was awful. The worst drive ever. We obviously had catch-ups with Stuart's parents, and we just watched game shows. It was a really nice, relaxed day. Then on Christmas Eve, so we really wanted to go and do something with Stuart's family, and we were going to go to Beamish, which is this really fun like outdoor living museum, I think it's called, and it has like different eras that you can like walk around. You can walk through houses, and there's like old fish and chip shops and all this kind of stuff. It's really fun, and I've never been. We really wanted to go. And then we were about to leave, and Stuart got a call from work that there'd been an incident, and he wasn't working, he was off, but got a call because like things were so bad. And we waited for about half an hour to see whether it was going to be the case that he could come, but he couldn't. So I went out for the day with Stuart's parents and it was so lovely. Obviously I love my in-laws, so we had a really lovely time. I felt bad for Stuart, but we had a great time. And then in the evening, we went for drinks with some of our friends, Tom and Kim. And so they always go out for drinks every Christmas Eve. And it's really nice when it like alternates so that we can be there with them on Christmas Eve. And then Wednesday was Christmas Day. So we opened presents. And then I marked like Stuart's nieces opening presents because it's a big thing when small girls open Christmas presents. And then we had like family round. We watched Wallace and Gromit. And then Gavin and Stacey, the finale. Can't believe it's finally done. But I love Gavin and Stacey. So that was like a real, you know, thing of the day. And then on Thursday it was Boxing Day. This is like the big day when all of Stuart's family come over, and Stuart's cousin and his partner have had twin boys, and one of them slept on me for like 3 hours. That was so cute. So yeah, that was Boxing Day. And then on the 27th we drove home, and it was awful. Like, so I've only driven like, I think the most I'd ever driven was when I went to see Wicked, and I drove for like an hour to Emma's house. And Stuart was like, do the first part of the drive because it should take 2.5 hours. It's the better part of the A1. Drive then. And I drove nonstop for 4 hours, 45 minutes. And that was only halfway. And then Stuart drove like another 3 hours to get home. It was awful. So yeah, that was Friday. And I was listening to Percy Jackson while we did that. Well, like on the part I wasn't driving. And then we started watching Hitmas, which PlayStation Access, who I've mentioned before, they're a like PlayStation gaming channel, and they do really, really fun challenges every Christmas. And this year it was called Hitmas, and Rosie, who's like my favourite presenter on Access, was playing Hitman, which is one of my favourite games to watch. I've never played it, but I really love watching Hitman. And that was so fun because it's like 10 or 11 episodes, and that really kept us going in the, you know, Christmas to January period. And then Saturday went out for a bit of walk, but my body hurts so much from being in the car for so long. Watched some Hitmas, read my 100th book, which was Starfire, which is a graphic novel in the Teen Titans series, which I really love, one of my favourite series. So I marked my 100 books, and then I had a massive breakdown. And then Sunday more Hitmas, and then we went to watch Wicked again. So I went with my parents and Stuart and my dad's friend. So yeah, that's it. That's the year. I can't believe it. I can't believe I finished my planner. Because last year I literally finished my 2023 one in June. So this is, frankly, you know, I'm very proud of myself. So in terms of some stats for quarter four, and then I'm going to add up all the stats. So for kits, we had 1 Planner Pixie Co, 1 Pink Planner Shop, I think, 1 Glam Planner, 2 SPC, and 8 Planner Face. And then for foil, again, it was very mixed. 1 hollow, 1 pink, 1 green, 1 rose, 1 matte bronze, 1 gold, 1 sparkly hollow, 1 rose gold, 1 blue, 2 gold, and then 4 silver. So silver definitely winning. Now I'm going to do the maths on all of the quarters so we can see what our totals are. Okay, the results are in. So in terms of foil, we have 1 for purple, 1 for lavender hollow, 1 for lemongrass. That's all the ones. We then have 2 for orange and 2 for green. We then have 3 for rose gold, 4 for blue, sparkly hollow, and sparkly gold, which I didn't have any sparkly gold in the other quarters other than quarter one. 5, there's quite a lot. Well, there's 3, which is hollow, pink, and matte bronze. It's then 10 for gold, so a big jump, and then 11 for silver. So silver wins, but only by 1. So that's really interesting. And silver and gold are my 2 favourite foils, so that does make sense. But yeah, so interesting. And then for the kits, I think you can probably guess, but it's 1 Planner Pixie Co, 1 Pink Planner Shop, 1 Cafe with Anna, 1 Lina, 1 Caress Press, 1 Pink Diamond Planner Co, 1 Odd Loop. We then have 2 Glam Planner, and then 16 SPC and 27 Planner Face. So Anna had over half my year. Look at her go. But I love her kits. They're my favourite to plan with. So what can you say? So that is it for this video. Thank you so much. If you've watched this video, if you've watched all 4 in the series, thank you so much, because sharing my planner hobby with you makes my planner hobby so much more fun. So thank you for being part of it. Thank you for being part of my 2024. 2024 was an amazing and difficult year, and you were here for all of it. So thank you. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a like. And if you haven't already, I'd love it if you would subscribe. In the description, I'll have a link to that 7x9 planner memory Google Doc, which has all the stuff I love. So go and check that out. And I'll also have a link to my Instagram and my Goodreads if you want to check out any more content from me. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video.